So here we have the top releases coming out this week, and the first one up is the Nike Air Footscape Woven in Rainbow, and this is coming out on the 11th of November. So I have the almost sort of grey colour or white colour version of these, and I picked them up on sale, but I find them very comfortable and also really nice to wear on a sort of smart sort of casual type of wear. And so I recommend them if you want to try out something different. And also on the 11th of November, we've got the Air Jordan 11 Red Velvet. This is one for the ladies. However, I'm not a fan of this particular colorway, just in terms of, prefer the original. So that's why, I don't see the point of having this release, from my perspective. And also on the 12th of November, I've got the Nike Air Max DN Lightbone. There's several sort of Air Maxes releasing over, this particular week and in different colors. So keep an eye out if you're interested in grabbing a pair. There seems to be some nice sort of simple colorways, especially good sneaker for the winter time. And also on the 12th of November, we've got the CP Company Adidas Spezial collection. And these are a bunch of different sneakers. I think is the Samba, and then there's also sort of different takes on other Adidas silhouettes, which I don't know the names of. And the Adidas website isn't very descriptive with the names of their sneakers. But there's also this Adidas Italia sneaker coming out as well, and I think there's also a version of the Spezial which is called CP Manchester. So there's several different pairs, and they all got quite sort of nice execution in terms of their looks, but not something that I'm interested in grabbing. But I appreciate the, I suppose, overall effort. And also what's releasing on the 13th of November is the New Balance 1906R, and this is in the cream collegiate colorway. This seems to be one of those Teddy Santis type staple type colorways, and it's a nice looking trainer. I do love the 1906R, but this colorway is not, it's not too bad either, having brown and grey, and the green on there, which is quite nice and good for winter time. Not that it's a wintertime sneaker, but it seems to have those wintry colours. And also on the 14th of November, I've got the Nike Gato, and this is coming in 3 different colorways, and they released a black and white pair already. I'll be interested in checking these out, just mainly because of the fact that they've got a Cuslon midsole combination, which isn't really seen on these, and I think this is like an adaptation of the football sneakers that came out back in the day, and obviously they were used as sort of soccer or cleat type pieces of footwear. And then the midsole has been changed out, to be more for lifestyle wear. And also on the 14th of November, I've got the W Taps New Balance 998 in grey colour. And this seems to be, I think, a W Taps staple in terms of their sort of colourways. And I'm actually not mad at it. I think it looks quite cool. Not too much of a fan of this 998 model, but the colourway, I think, is classic New Balance and classic W Taps. And, it's one of those sneakers that is simple in its execution but still looks nice. And I haven't seen too much information about these, and releasing on the 14th of November with the Adidas Equipment Agravic, and this is a sneaker that I think, for me, it's one of those sort of high foam sneakers. I'm sure it's got some technology packed in there from Adidas. They seem to be very good at that, but I'm not really a fan of how it looks for me personally. And also on the 14th of November, I've got the Asics Gel Kayano 14 Atmos Tokyo. I imagine this is an Atmos exclusive, at least for the time being anyway, and the date that's featured on here is probably releasing in Atmos stores rather than on the Asics website. Usually with Asics they follow later on in the next sort of couple of weeks, so keep an eye out if you're interested. And also same again for these ones on the 14th of November. I imagine this is a House Studios exclusive, so it's the Gel Kayano 20. I'm sure it will have a wider release, but just one of those sneakers that's had I suppose a bit of a revamp, and it looks different to a normal Kayano 20 because obviously it's got the Velcro straps on there and being laceless. Not too mad at it. I think it looks pretty cool, but I think the Kayano 20 model is just quite sort of expensive for what it is. And then also on the 14th of November, we've got this other silhouette which I've seen recently, the Nike Air Force 1 Low Dance Women's. I'm not sure what the focus of this is, and obviously it's got dance in the title, so I imagine maybe it's been sort of rejigged to be better for dancing, I guess, but I'm not too sure. And very much looks like an an Air Force 1, but again, it's not doing anything too spectacular. And something which is coming out on the 14th of November is the Nike MX WA4 SP Action Green. This looks like an off-white type sneaker to me, and it's using a combination of different tech and silhouettes, and it seems to have the Waffle Air Max upper, and then the lower half seems to be more from the Air Max Plus, and then the outsole traction pattern seems to be more of that rugged sort of trail type pattern, maybe, you know, looking at sort of ACG type footwear. Just personally, just not a fan of them. I just think they look awkward and weird, but you know, maybe if you get them in hand, it might be a different situation, but just from looking at them, they're not something that I'm looking to grab. And also on the 15th of November, I've got another colorway of the New Balance 740 in the white and navy color. I think this is you know, another one of those silhouettes that probably doesn't need to exist in my eyes, but you know, it is there, and I'm sure it will be popular, you know, especially for budget conscious people out there. And also on the 15th of November, which I think is quite nice, is the Doublet A6 Gel Kayano 20 cardboard. I think out of all the Gel Kayanos that I've seen coming out so far, this one looks the nicest, but it seems to be coming at a premium, so that's the reason why I think, you know, for me, I'm kind of not interested in it. And also on the 15th of November, I've got the return of the Air Max TL 2.5 Phantom. This is, I think, an OG colorway as far as I remember, and the black and silver versions came out for these already. Sorry, the black and white colorways came out for this already, and then there's also this orange colorway coming out. I'm probably going to hold off on these for now, but I do like the look of them, and maybe if they go on sale, I'll pick them up, or you know, wait for a different colorway, because I think there's also maybe a blue pair coming out. On the 15th of November, we've also got the Song for the Mute Adidas Country OG. This, like, it's got kind of the toggle laces on here, maybe giving it sort of that trail shoe vibe. But again, just not a fan of this particular silhouette, and I do like the colourways that Song for the Mute are using, but just not for me. And also 15th of November, this seems to have got delayed by the sounds of it, is the Nike Air Max DT 96 Falcons. And again, nice colourway, nice execution, and you know, if you're a fan of this particular silhouette, then you probably look to grab these. And also on the 15th of November, we've got another colourway of the Asics Gel NYC, and this is in pure silver. Not my cup of tea, to be honest. I think you know, I don't mind the silhouette. I found the pair that I had, you know, I wore them maybe like 5 or 6 times, and I felt like they bottomed out pretty quickly. So you know, the comfort is, you know, at first really nice, and then it just bottoms out so quickly that, you know, you end up just feeling like any other sneaker that you're wearing. And also, you know, I'm sure maybe these will drop on the 15th of November, is the Bape Adidas Orketro collection. And there's 3 different colorways for this. So you got this, you know, blue and yellow colorway, and then there's also a black one with the silver hits, and there's also kind of a maroon mauve type colorway coming out as well. I actually like the look of these. I think they look cool, especially because it's got a nice sort of take on the Orketro with the Bape styling on it. And also on the 15th of November, we've got 3 different colorways of the Adidas Jabar, and this is in the high and the low. As far as I remember, these are basketball sneakers, but just not really something that I'd be interested in. They're just a bit too simple for me. And also on the 16th of November is Travis Scott Jordan Jumpman Jack Dark Mocha. I haven't tried a pair of these, and this is probably the nicest colorway in my opinion that's coming out. And you know, I think Travis Scott does well with these darker type tones. And yeah, if I can grab them for retail, then definitely be interested in these. But if not, then obviously I'm happy to sort of skip out on them. And then also on the 16th of November, we're going to have the Air Jordan 4 Fear. I think this is the sneaker of the week, and what most people are looking forward to. And I'm personally not going to be grabbing a pair because I feel like, you know, it's not something that I would tend to wear. In all honesty, I'd rather, you know, wear sort of the Bread Reimagined if I'm, you know, picking out a dark coloured Jordan 4. But it's still a nice sneaker. I think maybe, you know, I'd be tempted, you know, if it did go on sale, for instance, like the Jordan 3 did, then I'd be tempted to pick it up. But it's not something that I, you know, is in my priority to pick up. I think I'm looking forward to the week after to get maybe a pair of the Jordan 3 Black Cements.